Well, of course, the holidays are a time for family, right? But tonight we're hearing from parents for whom this time of year is particularly painful. That's because they have lost their children to a family court system they say is in desperate need of reform. Blaise Gomez has the News 12 exclusive report, Empty Home for the Holidays.
When we think of the holidays, we think of family, togetherness, and children. But that's not always the case for families in family court.
We're being robbed of these memories.
News 12 is highlighting the painful stories of 3 parents with empty homes this season while dealing with cases in Hudson Valley courts. We're keeping their identities private to focus on their individual experiences with losing children. In a system created 50 years ago to provide protective parents immediate safety and relief. A system some say is now riddled with legal loopholes and being misused.
I cannot speak to my kids. I cannot contact them. I cannot text them. I cannot tell them I love them. Now, I cannot, I've missed Thanksgiving. I've missed birthdays. I'm going to miss Christmas and New Year's. And there's no guarantee that I'll be able to see them at next court date.
Unlike criminal law, family law does not require proof or other evidence for a restraining order or other action to be taken.
They give you an order of protection. They don't allow you access to the court to be heard on the order. You're presumed guilty until you're found innocent.
I never got a hearing or a trial for 2 years. I went from Grand Central in my home to I could hear a pin drop and no reason to put the crock pot on.
For years, parents have stayed silent, but recently, custodial courtroom horror stories are making headlines nationwide and here in the Hudson Valley. In Ulster County, a judge is being sued by 3 different women who all claim he violated their civil rights while handling their family cases and allegedly put children in danger by favoring abusive parents.
What would you say are the big issues that people, the public, might not be aware of?
We're not seeing enough transparency, so we're not really understanding how these cases are moving along.
Catherine Kasanoff is a former federal prosecutor who handles criminal and civil cases in private practice. She says family courts are not held to the same standards as criminal courts, and accused parents have no rights to a speedy trial or the right to an attorney.
People's rights are being held in the balance while they're awaiting hearings.
By then, critics say the emotional and financial damage is already done. Advocates for reform want family court judges and attorneys to have training.
If they don't have the skills, nor have they taken the time to educate themselves ongoing, then the decisions they're making are not only putting victims at risk, but they're forever altering the lives of children.
A representative for the New York State court system said judges make decisions based on the best interests of children and called parents with concerns disgruntled litigants. State lawmakers disagree, including Senator James Skoufis and Assemblyman Colin Schmidt, who say the system is outdated. Skoufis co-sponsors 2 laws that would require family courts investigate claims of abuse, provide due process for litigants, and order specialized training for courts handling these cases. Until then,
What would be for you this Christmas instead? What will you be doing?
I'll be fighting for my kids. I'll be fighting for my kids somewhere.
Blaise Gomez, News 12.
Well, a representative for the New York State court system does say parents can appeal court decisions at the appellate level, but critics say many parents simply can't afford the legal representation required for that, and unlike with criminal trials, they're not eligible for free legal aid.